Hello, Dooffiend here, coming to you from the cockpit of the C101CC. I'd like to demonstrate the importance of trim in this module, and by extension to more or less the same reasoning to every module in DCS. So first thing I want to do is draw your attention to the trim tab indicator. That's rotor trim, that's aileron trim, that's elevator trim. And as you see in the C101, there is a takeoff trim. Now, neutral is closer to center there, but this is necessary for the C101 for it to take off. Second thing I would like to bring your attention to is down in this corner is my control indicator. It's going to show you how I am using my stick to control the craft, and for the most part I'm going to want to put the stick in the center and leave it there. The trim is there to assist the pilot, and for reasons I would love to explain in depth, but I won't to make this video short. All aircraft have their center of gravity in a different space than where their center of lift is. It's forward of the center of lift. That is by design to make the aircraft fly forward. So some upward nose cancellation is required in all aircraft in order for the airplane to be balanced out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set my aircraft up for takeoff. Flaps down to takeoff and firewall the throttle there. Okay. So with 3,000 pounds of fuel, my rotate speed should be about 125 knots. My speedometer's here. We're going to watch this as well to evaluate the effectiveness of the trim, and this is my vertical speed. That's going to be fluctuating. We're going to try to cancel that out with the trim. Okay, so speed's coming up here. 120. I'm going to start some aft stick to begin the rotation. And we're up. Okay. Gear up. Flaps up. Positive rate. All right. Gonna go a little bit south here. Try to stay over land. Oh, I guess we're going north. Okay, never mind. I should probably read the map here. All right. All right, so you may already notice that we're climbing like the Dickens. The plane is climbing excessively. What's going to happen here is as I'm climbing, I'm going to hit a stall speed and the nose is going to drop. There's my stick shaker. Let's get away from the sun here a little bit. So as we pick up speed again, the aerodynamic forces over the tail are going to force the nose up because we are in so much upward trim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it out a little bit, and we're going to see the speed pick up, and we're going to see that same oscillation as we go into forward flight, that as those aerodynamic forces increase, the nose raises, and as the nose raises, the speed decreases, the aerodynamic forces over the tail decrease, and then the nose will drop. And we don't want that to happen. So we're going to trim out some more, about to neutral. Now if you see, our airspeed is actually quite low. And part of that is that the trim determines that speed where the plane naturally peters out. So by taking the trim down, we can actually gain quite a bit of speed in the C101. Again, as those aerodynamic forces increase, the nose rises. We're going to trim it out a little bit more. We want our VSI to be about neutral, neither climbing nor descending. Use a little bit of stick here to correct it so we don't go into those oscillations. Haven't even touched the military reserve power. And let's see, we are almost 300 knots now. Let's go ahead and hit the military reserve power. See what she'll do here. So we're already climbing. I'm going to trim down a little bit more. At 350 knots. So a little bit of stick to try to cancel this dive. We're just over 350 knots now. Trim up just a tad, down just a tad. Let's see if we can keep it stable there. All right, I've let go completely of the stick, and the aircraft is trimmed out to my liking here. We're just a little bit of a variation on the VSI there. There. And the airplane is basically flying itself. And we're still gaining speed here. Oh, what will she do? Let's see here. It's 370 knots there. 360 indicated on the backup one, but man, look at that go. Level speed. Anyway, this is my experience with the C101 at its maximum speed that I get in level flight. Please comment below if you aren't seeing that speed in your 101. And as always, if you like this kind of content, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. And as always, I will see you in a future video.